Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Thursday, November 29th. And if we look at the weather coming up, it's going to be a pretty active stretch of weather, it looks like, with a little bit of snow today, about a trace to an inch in some areas. And again, maybe ends with some freezing drizzle or freezing rain as some of the mid-level moisture gets stripped away. We're left with low-level moisture and temperatures below freezing, so we'll see that drizzle, freezing drizzle, or a little bit of light freezing rain for this evening and tonight. Again, conditions could be pretty slick tomorrow morning, but we don't right now expect any serious problems, but something to keep an eye on. If we put the time lapse in motion from yesterday, you can say a very gloomy looking day with lots of clouds, overcast, and really no precipitation. But again, not the busiest day here. Just about 15,000 bushels of grain came in and some went out. You can see cold will continue today with that trace to an inch of snow. A rainy weekend, again, a half-inch to an inch looks likely. And we're still watching a system for next Tuesday. The Canadian model will give us about 5 inches of snow across much of the area. The GFS and European model, really not seeing this as of yet for the most part. But I think we give it a couple of days and we'll see if that storm shows back up again early next week, so we'll keep an eye on that. And then some bitterly cold air looks like it's going to be coming into the Great Lakes for the second half of the work week next week, and we're going to continue to stay cold after that as we head into the following week and into perhaps into mid-month before we may see a change, but that's still iffy as well. And if we look at the normals, our normal high now down to 39 degrees, the normal low 25. And if we look at yesterday, we had a high of 29.8, a low of 26. Pretty uniform temperatures with all the clouds and no big features coming through. And that puts us now at minus 4.3 degrees per day below normal. So a very cold November and a very snowy one as well. And if we look at sunrise this morning, 7:49, it'll set tonight at 5:04. And if we look at temperatures, again, pretty uniform with all the cloud cover. The cool spot, 22 at Lakeview. The warm spot here in Breckenridge at 25 degrees. And if we look at satellite view this morning, you can still see that system that came through here days ago, throwing some of that moisture back into New England. And again, we're looking at some warmer air trying to push in from the southwest, and that's developing some of this light precipitation. Again, that'll slick up the roads a little bit this morning and through this evening and tonight. Again, nothing major. And then we're going to watch the Gulf of Mexico really open up as the system will come out of the plains and move right towards the Great Lakes, and that's going to bring a pretty fair amount of rain as we get in, especially for Saturday night, as looks like the heaviest time for the rain, into Sunday morning, and then it'll become mixed with snow as we get to towards Monday. You can see on the radar with this warm frontal advection of warmer air and the overrunning, giving us some snow. And again, I think some of the areas could pick up locally an inch. Most areas will see a few tenths to maybe a half inch of snow, but again, can't rule out some locations picking up about an inch of snow here over the next 12 hours. On the weather map this morning, you can see as that low pressure system moves off to the northeast, that's pushing the warmer air and some of the snow into our direction. And again, we'll watch for the development of the low pressure system tomorrow. You can see a pretty good area of severe thunderstorms across the deep south and some mixed precipitation to the north. And as this warmer air pushes in, we'll see that precipitation move to the northeast. And again, looks like a pretty wet day for Saturday and Saturday night into Sunday. And again, as that system moves out, we'll see a total of about an inch or more rain in many areas. 3/4 inch to an inch, half inch to an inch looks pretty calm across much of the southern Great Lakes as it looks right now. And as far as any snowfall, again, the models tend to underdo these situations, but it looks like about maybe a half inch, some areas maybe an inch, so not a big deal. As far as the forecast goes, you can see our warming trends. We go through the weekend, reaching the mid-40s by the time we get to Sunday. Yesterday, some of the models even put out a chance for a thunderstorm on Saturday, so we've pulled that from the forecast, but certainly wouldn't be shocked if someone said they got some thunder. But again, rainfall amounts will be pretty significant, especially for this time of year. It's something we really don't need. Still plenty of soybeans out in the field. And again, that mix of precipitation, mainly snow today, and then transitioning into some freezing drizzle. And again, that system on Saturday morning could start out with a mix in some areas, so we're going to want to watch that close right now. I don't think there'll be any winter weather advisories, but it's something that is a possibility for a few hours on Saturday morning. And again, that rain will continue into early Sunday and then transition into some snow Sunday night into Monday. Right now, we don't expect any big deal there. Cooler temperatures as we get into Monday. And again, we're going to watch that system, possible system for Tuesday. And behind it, some very cold air will move in for, if not Wednesday, certainly by Thursday of next week. Thanks for stopping by and have yourself a great day, and 73s to all.